What if I told you the moment your home hits the market, something starts happening behind the scenes, and you only have about 21 days to take full advantage of it? Miss it, and the entire course of your sale can change. The problem is most sellers don't even realize this window exists until it's already passed. So today, I am going to walk you through exactly what that 21-day window is, why it matters more than anything else, and how to position your home so you don't unknowingly work against yourself. By the way, if we have not met yet, I am Gina Ursini, broker and owner of Brista Realty here on Longboat Key. I specialize in helping sellers position their homes strategically so they don't just list, they actually sell, and they sell with confidence. So feel free to reach out at any time. I get calls from sellers like you, and I'm always happy to have a conversation. So now let's talk about what that 21-day window actually is. In real estate, we call it the honeymoon period. And that's the moment your home first hits the market, when every serious buyer, the ones who've been watching and waiting, they rush to see what's new. And during that time, you are getting the most attention, the most showings, and the strongest opportunity to attract your best offer. But here are 6 ways where things can start to go wrong. Number 1, the house down the street is listed for this. Now, this is one of the first things I hear, and I understand why sellers look at that. But listings do not tell us anything about value. They tell us what someone hopes to get, but not what buyers are actually willing to pay. The only numbers that matter are the ones that have already sold. The active listings are your competition. They are not your comparables. Number 2, we paid this much for the home, so we need to get at least that back. And I completely understand that thinking, but the market doesn't work that way. I always explain it like this. It's very similar to the stock market. If you bought a stock at $80 a share and today it's trading at $50, you don't get to sell it for $80 just because that's what you paid. The market determines the value based on what buyers are willing to pay today. And real estate works the same exact way. Number 3, but we have invested so much into these upgrades. Now, this one does come up a lot, and upgrades absolutely matter, but not always in the way that sellers expect. Let's say you renovated your kitchen and you chose a beautiful green countertop. It may look stunning, it may feel high-end, and it may even be your favorite part of the home. But here is the reality. If a buyer walks in and they've been dreaming about white quartz, that green countertop doesn't add value to them. It adds appeal, but not necessarily price. And that is an important distinction. Number 4, let's just test the market and see what happens. Now, this is where I see sellers unintentionally hurt themselves because on the surface, that sounds harmless. But here is what that actually looks like. You come onto the market a little high. Buyers see it. They compare it to other homes and they skip right past it. Or maybe they even come to see it, but they walk away thinking it's nice, but it's overpriced. And once buyers have that impression, it is very hard to change it. Even if you reduce your price later, they've already moved on. Or they're waiting for a deal. And meanwhile, you just used up your most important 21 days. Number 5, let's wait until the market improves. Or let's wait for interest rates to come down. But you have to consider this. What happens if it doesn't? Because we do not control interest rates. We do not control global events, and we don't control buyer behavior. But what we can control is how we position your home today. And I've seen sellers wait only to come back later with more competition or fewer buyers. Number 6, but Zillow says my home is worth more. Now, I actually like Zillow. It is a great starting point, but here's what it cannot do. It can't walk through your home. It cannot see the finishes. It cannot see the condition of your home or the view. And it definitely cannot understand how your home compares to other homes in real time. Now, sometimes you're even going to see 3 different online estimates, all with completely different numbers. So the real question becomes, what is the true value of my home? That is where real strategy comes in. The strongest agents aren't relying on Zillow or Redfin to price a home. They're digging into the local data. They're comparing sales, and they're carefully comparing those homes to yours to determine a true, well-supported value range. So when you put all of this together, every decision you make, pricing, timing, preparation, it all impacts what happens in those first 21 days. And that window, that is where your home either gains momentum or you quietly start working against yourself. So if you're even thinking about selling, I always recommend starting with a strategy conversation before you ever go on the market, because how you enter the market has everything to do with how you exit it.